Hi, fellow Facebookers and YouTubers. It's Mr. Mike Taylor, owner and operator of Mr. Mike's Music Method. In this video, I want to briefly discuss an issue I was having with the first movement of Sonata pathetique regarding fatigue. I recorded myself playing the exposition of the first movement last Friday. That was April the 26th. And today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2019. So just over the weekend, I didn't get a chance to practice. But yesterday, Tuesday, and Monday, I was able to practice through some of the sections of Sonata pathetique first movement. I was experiencing pain and fatigue right here in my left arm and same spot my right forearm as well. So it was really tense and it was painful. It was not enjoyable to play through the movement. And the section I was experiencing the most fatigue is right in here. Which I'm still having difficulty with. So I just recorded the movement in its entirety earlier this morning, maybe, I don't know how long ago, doesn't matter. I posted that video, so check out for that. It's the entire movement. It's about 11 minutes long. I also do a brief introduction, and then I do I do like sort of a brief outro after I play the movement as well. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about ways that I started to alleviate some of the fatigue I was experiencing and some of the seizing up and the muscle tension that I was feeling. Also, I mentioned that previous video of the first recording of pathetique on April 26th that I thought it was going to take years, excuse me, to develop the muscles because I play acoustic pianos, but I never owned an acoustic piano. This is the first acoustic piano that I've owned. I always practiced on a digital for 2 decades, which is fine, and it is what it is. And anyway, so let me just go over what I did to help with fatigue during practice and what I do during performance to help alleviate and omit fatigue and seizing up and to omit muscle tension. So here's how I practice the sections. I practice them in a long, short rhythm. So listen for that. Of course, for some reason, I just made several mistakes now. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. But that's how I practice that section. And then going forward, I practice this section the same way. All the way through to the end of the exposition. Sorry. Which I made a mistake there as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like I said. Actually, you know what? That's why. My left hand started in the wrong spot. So I practice that all the way through the entire exposition. And then I go back and I repeat the entire first section of the first movement the same way. And then I go on and play the development the same way and eventually the recapitulation as well as the coda. So that's one way that I help with coordination and also secondly with fatigue and seizing up and muscle tension and all of those things. What I do during performance is I remind myself, like subconsciously, there's so much going on in my head, by the way. For a moment or a moment too long, if my mind drifts, then I'm gonna make a mistake because my mind is somewhere else. So as I'm playing the piece, I'm thinking about how it sounds and what my fingers are doing and what sections are going to come next, how I'm pedaling, the dynamics, the articulation, the phrasing, the notes themselves. I mentally prepare myself for the sections that I have difficulty with. So for example, as I'm playing this section, I'm actually constantly telling myself, don't seize up, don't seize up, don't seize up, don't seize up. Keep light and airy fingers. When that was too fast that I made mistakes, but whatever. The point is, as I'm playing through those sections, I'm constantly in my mind making mental notes and preparations, and I'm telling myself, Michael, don't seize up. You know, avoid seizing up and keep loose fingers and breathe and relax and breathe through the passage, and voila, it sounds better, and I'm not experiencing that same tension. It was really painful. It felt like someone was pulling on this part of my arm, which is not appropriate. If you're playing and you feel that, stop what you're doing, fix it, see your teacher, watch this video or other videos regarding technique, because whatever you're doing will further damage your arms and prevent you from playing pieces like this at any level of complexity. So anyway, this is really inspiring for me because it's what keeps me going, you know. So anyway, so that's really it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Just remember to always be patient, because these pieces, for me, they take a long time. But they are so worth it, because this music means everything to me. I especially love Beethoven, and this sonata has a lot of significance for me as a musician, and it was at a time in my life when I was in high school. I was a freshman, my first year, with a wonderful teacher, Mr. Carl Coddington, who introduced me and exposed me to this type of music and to this particular sonata, and we worked on just part of the exposition. You know, I got up to a certain section. I think about there when I was in high school, and I never finished the exposition. But now, 20 plus years later, I have the entire first movement committed to memory, almost at tempo, with the dynamics and the pedaling, the phrasing, and the articulation. And I am so thankful to my teacher, Mr. Coddington, because classical music, piano, Beethoven, and Sonata pathetique seriously changed my life forever. I now own my own business, Mr. Mike's Music Method. I am a piano teacher, and I absolutely wouldn't change it for the world. And I love what I do, and it has been such an exciting journey, and it is such an extremely rewarding career. Okay, so anyway, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for all of your support from the bottom of my heart. Continue to practice and remain patient. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.